Welcome to episode 12. We have a new training series to start today. Good thing it's only two parts. So if you're already familiar with our training series, um, then you'll know that these series are highly valuable. So today we're going to talk about a marketing system that runs 24/7. By the way, this is part one. By the way, before we start, my name is Anna Dornier and I am with
Mubarak and Sakarisha.
Awesome. And today we're gonna talk about another organic traffic system. The big boys like Microsoft, McDonald's, Amazon, just to name a few, they've been using this and for a while actually. And this is how they've been successful. And it doesn't have anything to do with social media, which is
No.
great, right? Because then you don't want to be like completely dependent on social media platforms. They're great.
Mm.
They have their place, but at the same time, you want to diversify your marketing systems, right? And this is something that Mubarak actually introduced me to. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so brilliant. And since Mubarak has introduced it to us, um, we have been focused on really building this network for us. And so you're going to start to see what is it going to look like when we go through this. So let's see. We're going to break down for you this entire system when I share my slides right here. So again, we have slides. So if you're not new here, you already know what to do. But if you're new, this is your first time that you're listening to the podcast, we have slides that you can download in the show notes. And you can also watch this episode on our YouTube channel with all the visuals, of course, because you're watching the video. So, part one, let's go. So, today we're going to talk about what is integration marketing. That's the name of the system that we're going to talk about today, and how to use the system to look at your joint ventures differently and create exponential lasting results. And I really, really love this. I think you guys are going to love it too. So, integration marketing is actually a concept coined by Mark Joyner. He didn't create the actual system, but he kept seeing these big companies do this. It's like, oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. And so he finally like created a system around it to explain it so that more and more businesses can take advantage of this because obviously if the big companies are doing it, why can't we do it as well, right? And so it's something deeper than just doing a joint venture. It's about becoming embedded in someone else's business model or audience. So it is not integrated marketing communications, which is basically, upsells, cross sells, downsells, and, similar things to that. It's not that. So we'll define for you what exactly it is. So integration marketing strategy and seeing the battlefield. Just because you're looking at something doesn't mean that you're seeing it completely, right? So you have to be able to understand, evaluate, and make decisions based upon what you see. That's what seeing truly means. Means
Yeah.
you understand it, you can evaluate it, you can make decisions based on what you're seeing with your eyes, right? So integration marketing on this aspect is a strategy where you can see the business battlefield with a new lens, a new
Mm.
perspective. And Mubarak and I, we always talk about perception,
Yeah.
right? And that's why we're always continuously learning because when you can shift your perspective, you can get new ideas, you can solve problems from, different perspective, different ways, right? So this is a strategy definition that you probably seen a couple episodes ago. This is where I got it from. Strategy is a long-term plan for achieving an aim that allows you to see the battlefield, no matter how complex that battlefield becomes, and then be able to make consistently correct decisions quickly, even when a correct move is seemingly impossible to find, no matter what may arise. So it's basically seeing kind of like that big vision, but still be able to make correct decisions. It doesn't matter whatever arises. right? Because you understand what you are seeing. So that's what
Yeah.
integration marketing can do for your business. So having a strategy is not having, it's not the same as having a plan, because a plan is rigid, but a strategy is fluid, right? So you got to be able
Mm.
to adapt and pivot, whichever way the landscape takes you, right? So, in the simplest terms possible, we need to have things to do that constantly brings us closer to our objectives. So, if your
Mhm.
strategy does not provide a framework that allows you to make sense out of chaos and a guiding principle for real decisions and actions on the ground, then it is a poor strategy. So
Yes.
basically, to have a strategy that is fluid, we gotta just have a framework that allows us to make sense of the chaos, right? It's funny, Mubarak, that you talked yesterday about rule-based decisions,
Mhm.
right? And it reminded me that so my you know that my husband's learning how to trade professionally, like trade the
Yeah.
market, forex,
Mhm.
foreign exchange, and I read once, I forgot where, that like traders have rules,
Yes.
right? And then you talk about rule-based decisions, like, yeah, like how will you know when you're gonna trade and all that stuff if you don't have rules, right?
Mm.
Because you're not gonna feel the same every single day.
No.
But if you have rules in place, you can make decisions based on those rules from your experience when you are having your good days, right?
Yes.
So this is how I see a strategy as being fluid and having that framework, that rule, the rules framework, right?
Mhm.
So let's do a case study. How integration marketing transformed a self-confessed geek into one of history's most influential people. You might know him once I start talking about him. So Bill Gates, right, and the meeting that changed the world, or at least that changed his company, Microsoft, right? So Microsoft met with IBM to sell them Microsoft DOS. We all know this. DOS is everywhere because of integrated marketing. And so Microsoft didn't even own DOS at that moment when Bill Gates um, bec- basically negotiated this deal with IBM. So, but they had a possible deal to purchase it. So here was the deal that Bill Gates negotiated with IBM. So Microsoft had the right to sell upgrades of MS-DOS to end users. So for every computer that IBM manufactures, basically they're saying that Microsoft has to have the right to sell upgrades of MS-DOS to end users. And then Microsoft had the right to sell MS-DOS to other computer manufacturers, not just IBM. So they don't have exclusivity. That means that they can sell the rights to MS to sell MS-DOS to other companies. Like, what are other computer companies? Not Apple, obviously, because it doesn't use DOS, but Dell is another
Yep.
one, right?
Yep.
There's
Yep.
Lenovo, so other computer
Toshiba.
manufacturers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really good because that means that they're not limited to just IBM. So here's the brilliance of this, right? Let's look at the deal point. So Microsoft acquired customers without having to sell, right? Because DOS was already integrated into the sale of the computer. So in essence, IBM's customers became Microsoft's customers as well. They instantly, basically, for every person that buys a new computer, they become a Microsoft customer. This is why for every PC that you buy now already has Microsoft built into it, right? So that shrewd move alone would have made Gates a multimillionaire, but we all know he's not just a multimillionaire. So adding the right to sell upgrades to end users was critical. So they also had the rights to sell upgrades to the users of those computers. So by signing this deal with IBM, essentially, this deal, IBM essentially turned over all of its customers to Microsoft. That's huge, 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 huge. And so they acquired a real relationship. Remember the previous couple episodes behind, where you connect and you build a relationship. So Microsoft built a real relationship with IBM's customers, plus word of mouth referrals about DOS, plus the branding inside the computer. Every time you turn on your PC, Microsoft is there or DOS is there, right? So there's branding already, plus all the referrals that go with that. So it's so powerful. These are the deal points that made Bill Gates a billionaire. So good. When I read this, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So observers didn't realize it at the time, but this deal demonstrated that Microsoft understood on a very deep level exactly what would drive company growth, which is integration marketing. And guess what? You can do the same thing because you're going through this episode and the next episode, and you've made it this far. So congratulations. So another case study. So that was Microsoft. Let's talk about McDonald's and location, location, location. Right? They're popular for this. So the famous Ray Kroc answer to when Robert Kiyosaki tells this story about Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, right? So Kroc asked a room full of MBAs, and if you've never watched that Netflix movie, well, it's on Netflix. I don't know if it's by Netflix, but it's a documentary of how McDonald's came to be. I forgot what it's called. Do you remember what it's called, Mubarak?
No, but as you
But
go on, I'll
anyway,
find out. Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I said as you go on, I'll find out what's the name of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question that Ray Kroc asked these MBAs is, what business is McDonald's in? And of course, they answered the hamburger business. And then he immediately corrected them, right? And he said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not in the hamburger business. I'm in real estate, right? So that was very, very popular. So when Kroc talked about real estate, he was referring to the inherent marketing value of every location at which McDonald's plants its golden arches. So what McDonald's does, it looks for flows of potential traffic and then integrates their stores right smack dab in the middle of that flow. So, for example, we've been into two major cities now in Portugal, Lisbon and Porto. We see McDonald's at every one of them where it's very, very crowded. So, this is integrated marketing at its finest, basically. So, yeah, my video is not going to be good because there's sun in my face, on my face. So, anyway, so McDonald's integrated marketing strategy is basically the company finds out where people are likely to be hungry and hurried, and then locates their store in the midst of that marketing hotbed, which is awesome, right? I mean, how many times have you decided to go to McDonald's because you were hungry and hurried? And then, oh, yeah, there's a McDonald's. Let's go there. It's easy, it's convenient, right? And then you know what to expect when you go to McDonald's. So you'll find them at shopping malls, city centers, highway rest stops, everywhere where there's a lot of people, basically, right? So that is the integration marketing strategy at the highest level, if you want to see it that way. Because McDonald's read the battlefield and they know exactly how to dominate it. So let's learn a little bit about the language of integration marketing because it's a new system. So if you're not familiar with it, how are you going to be able to, one, understand it, and then two, be able to communicate it to your team, right? So first one is, let me just close this window real quick because it's too windy. All right, I think that's much better. Cool. So integrated marketing, this is the early simplified version when Mark Joyner was basically starting with this concept. It's the integration of one marketing process into another. And integrated marketing deals, so that's the simple definition of integration marketing. And then integration marketing deals is an agreement between two or more parties which uses integration marketing tactics. As with any legitimate deal, it should clearly outline how both parties will benefit as well as their respective responsibilities. right? So you're making a deal with somebody, um, just so everyone understands what the deal is, right? It should outline how both parties will benefit and how what they need to do in order to make the deal happen, their responsibilities, right? And then, of course, you have your integration marketing partners, which are the people that are involved in the marketing, the integration marketing deal. And so then there's a unit of marketing value, or UMV for short, and it's the thing or the product or the service that you integrate. So it can be an offer for a sale or a freebie, something that serves as a lead in, right? It can be a branding message, a new marketing process, a sale. It must be something that provides a specific marketing benefit to the integrator, and then we'll explain what integrator is, and ideally also to the owner of the integration point. So again, we'll define what integrator is and integration point is. So integrator is the party in an integration marketing deal who provides the unit of marketing value. So for example, if you have a product that you want to market, integrate into another business's marketing process, then you're the integrator, right? So, for example, another example, a specific one is with organic reach lead secrets. What we do is we look for other businesses that are complementary um, to our business, but we're not in direct competition with them, right? So, for example, maybe somebody who teaches local business owners to how to market for themselves, right? Maybe those same business owners need a way to teach their team members how to drive organic traffic to their businesses online, right? So that would be a good match for us, where we're the integrator. We're providing organic reach lead secrets as a lead in, and in turn we're integrated into that company's marketing process. So hopefully that makes sense so far. And then the integration point is the point inside a traffic stream or a transaction stream at which you can insert a unit of marketing value. So in this case, the unit of marketing value for us is organic reach lead secrets. And then we talk to that business owner, okay, where is the best point in your traffic stream where we can insert this specific product? Where would it make the best sense, the most sense? And so one thing that we found is it's great for Chamber of Commerce, right, Mubarak, where like they have a lot of local business owners that definitely need to learn these skills.
Yeah.
And so it's like where have we determined for them to put our um our unit of marketing value in their traffic stream? Where's the
Yes.
integration point, right?
What
So
was
the integration point is, yeah, where's the integration point in the Chamber of Commerce? Because I know you're talking with them.
Yes, integration point is when they're selling their services, right? Because they're
Mm,
selling service, telling them, hey, we're helping you get more exposure. Now, here is even a training that can give you the basic things that you need to leverage online marketing.
yeah, yeah, perfect. So that's an integration point in their process. In that case, it's at the beginning, right? Because it's one of the benefits of becoming a member. So that's
Yes.
awesome. So a traffic stream is any place where people are gathering. So be it in a store, at a particular physical location, or even a virtual locale, like a website or a blog. Um, virtual locale, yeah, like a website, digital basically. Or in our case, a chamber of commerce will be local, right? A physical. And then transaction stream is the point at which exchange or transactions regularly occur between a merchant and their customers. So it is important to note that a transaction stream only becomes visible once any transaction is taking place. So in the example of the Chamber of Commerce, um, it will the transaction stream starts only after the member has signed up for a membership, right? That person has become a member. And then the integration point is the point. Oh, that's from the previous slide. Sorry. I made a mistake before and I didn't take it out. I apologize. So, integration marketing, this is the newer, more accurate definition now that you've understood what the other definitions are. So, the integration of a unit of marketing value, again, it's a brand, message, an offer, a sale, or a store, anything that adds marketing impact to your business. So the integration of a UMB into an existing integration point inside a traffic stream or transaction stream. So that's the definition with the new words that you just learned. So the key is to find people who have the audience that you want and then get them to send you all the leads and buyers you want. That's ultimately what it is. And so then you'll need two things for this to work, right? Number one is an offer or a product you can sell, free or paid. It's really up to you whether whether you want to offer it for free or paid. There's always a debate as whether which one's better, free or paid, right? And then number two, an audience owner who'd be a good fit to sell that offer or product for you. And that's already going to be integrated into their process and it won't be like something that they'd have to constantly recreate or rebuild all the time. So they already have a process. You're just inserting your product or service into that marketing process, right? So the hint here or the tip is it doesn't need to be in the same niche because we're selling to people, right? And people buy all kinds of stuff all the time. So this is where a shift in perspective can really help, when it comes to coming up with ideas of who you can do integrated marketing deals with, right? So the bonus step here is look for integration points inside the audience owner's funnel. Like you do it for them, right? So let's say you meet a potential integrated marketing partner. What you can do is like, what does your marketing look like right now, or what does your sales process look like right now? And then you can pinpoint where your product or program fits the best, right? So you can do it for evergreen programs, right? And then you want to constantly be looking for these opportunities, which means to set and forget. So evergreen is there. So if you're new to the marketing world, which I hope you're not, but if you are, evergreen just means that it's available all the time. There's no hard stop or hard deadline, hard start or hard deadline. People can buy it all the time. So it has to be evergreen. Whatever product or service that you're going to put into somebody else's marketing funnel has to be, or marketing process has to be evergreen, has to be available all the time. And then you'd want to be constantly looking for these opportunities because, again, you're building this network of marketing systems outside of social media, right? And it's set and forget. So that means once you've made that deal, that marketing deal happen, it's always going to send you customers all the time. So you want to be looking for these opportunities all the time. So this means that bigger flow, right? Bigger traffic flow. Remember the McDonald's case study? Bigger flow, more sales, bigger paycheck. So that's ultimately what that will lead you to. So when we get this right, we can get paid day after day and never have to build another funnel or run ads if we don't want to. So this is an example that we did, right, Mubarak? This is actually how Mubarak and I got to know each other, where we have organic reach lead secrets. And we're a part of this affiliate community now called Rapid Crush Insiders. And this community has access to organic reach lead secrets. And it's evergreen. So that means it's always available to them. Whenever new members come, they know that it's available to them, and it's a win-win situation because that community can attract people that maybe are new to affiliate marketing world and maybe they don't have an email list yet. And so it's win-win for Rapid Crush Insiders because we're helping their members, and then we're helping the members because they need the skill that we're showing them, right? That we're teaching
Yes.
them. And it's a win for us, Mubarak and Anna, right? Because we're getting new people into our world, right? And then it's automated. It's always already there. We made a deal once, and we haven't had to make that deal or do anything else with it ever again. And so once you find integrations like this, you just rinse and repeat, like I said in the previous slide, right? The number one goal is to consistently be looking for these types of integrations.
Yes.
Did you have an insight there?
No, I'm just
Okay,
confirming that. Yes.
awesome. So integrated marketing as a business lifestyle. Any habit or any system that you want to build into your business, into your life that will improve your productivity and profitability, you want to make it a lifestyle, right? That's why like whenever I was in the fitness world, it's like it has to be a lifestyle. It can't be just I'm gonna do this for 6 weeks or 90 days and then I'm done, right? So this means that you build this way of thinking as an integrated marketer into your daily business activities, right? So you build it in and make it a way of life, just like how Mubarak does ice all the time. We can talk about ice now if you listen to the previous episodes. It's that kind of knowing, right? So on a day-to-day scale with your business, you can, let's say, do one social media post a day with an invite link to one of your offers or programs. It's in essence your own traffic stream. It's not somebody else's. But this is what you can do just within your business, right? A weekly email to your list with an invite to your offer in the PS section, right? And then you can also put an invite to your offer in the thank you page of your free lead magnet, right? That will be an upsell essentially, not essentially an integrated marketing. But within your business, you can kind of see where you can integrate your existing products and services as you're already doing things that you're doing already in your business, right? And then you can also have a call to action inside your free lead magnet. Or if we're being true to the definition of integrated marketing, you can have a call to action to download your lead magnet in somebody else's lead magnet or in somebody else's program, right? Marketing funnel. So larger integrations can look like having presence in another business membership community or a large Facebook group, right? So a business membership community would be like we said, Chamber of Commerce or a large Facebook group where like maybe again it's complementary to you and maybe you are one of the guest speakers there or maybe one of the moderators or admins there because you have a great relationship with that Facebook group owner, right? There's also Zoom Marketplace. If you haven't um, seen that yet, there's Zoom Marketplace where I think you can get like 30 minutes of whatever free training you can have in their marketplace so you can get access to their audience. There's Kartra Marketplace. Any kind of CRM, I think, will have a marketplace. So Kartra is a customer relationship management system, and Kartra is one of them, and they have a marketplace in there. So you can make your funnel or digital program or course or whatever it is available in that marketplace, for example. So having your UMB on an integration marketing partners thank you page, right? That's one of the easier ones. So what will be a good example of that, Mubarak? Have you seen a good example of that in what you've seen lately?
Yes. This one I have seen where, let's say, uh, I saw it in local and physical products, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So this gentleman, he does service to remove dog waste, right? Like poop
Mm,
dogs, right?
yeah.
So in his funnel, he has a thank you page that has food dog, right?
Mm,
The itself, right? So when
yeah.
people are ordering the services to clean the waste on a thank you page, says, hey, here's a good food that is gonna let your dog don't have running poop, something like that, right? Funny.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So and yeah, so now they're already there. They're already in wanting to buy, and it's resonating. You see, so this is not a competing business to each
Yes.
other, right? And
Yeah.
it's a value added to the person who is buying instead of going another place, right? So yeah,
Right.
so that one was a vivid one. Another one who does it often is Virgin. Right now they're called Virgin Press, right?
Mm,
It's a telecommunication company, right?
yeah.
So on their thank you pages, they have different partners with different offers that they offer as a benefit for them. It's called it's a benefit for you doing business with them, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you get a gym membership, right? They say, hey, go to Good Life and you're gonna get 6 months free training just being a customer for hours, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I like those examples. And I remember an example that we see all the time, probably. And now that you've listened to this episode, you're going to realize this integrated marketing. So, with your Prime Video app, right, there's other channels available, right?
Mhm.
There's
Yes.
the history, there's the history channel, there's Discovery Channel, right? There's all these there's Gaia, if you like Gaia, I like Gaia. So there's all these channels that's basically it's Amazon Prime Video, which they have their own streaming service, but then they
Mhm.
have all these other channels, right? That you can buy from Amazon. And
Mhm.
so that means that they're actually competing with each other if you really think about it. But maybe the shows are not competing with each other because each one of them won't have the same shows, right? And so I love this concept because now something like the History Channel, right, can put whatever show that they have. I'm talking about the History Channel because we're watching um, America, the Story of Us documentary right now, and that's ultimately how we found it. It's like, oh, what's a good? Because my son is like so into Civil War right now. It's like he wants to study that history. So like, oh, what's a good Civil War kind of documentary that's like not boring and put you to sleep, right? So we saw that, and it's only available to the History Vault app. So you have to buy, right? So History Channel is the integrator in Prime Video, and
Mhm.
then you buy that 4.99 trial, what, a month, membership through Amazon. So that's one way. So once you see this, it will give you ideas on how you can integrate.
Yeah, but the one that most people forget about and we can't live without of them is the app stores, the iTunes, the Google Play,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you buy the phone, and now those apps, they are convenience for you, but it's other people's product and services that they have
yes,
integrated with the phone providers, or you know what I'm saying? So you go in,
yes,
you download an app, right? So that's the other person benefits and you benefit, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah,
There's a
such a
lot.
great,
There's a lot
a
of them
lot.
out there. Yeah. And when you're
Yeah,
in
once,
when you use integrated marketing, it's very hard to see competition.
yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah, and yeah, you won't really be competing because you just place it strategically with somebody
Yes.
else's business, right? And then you have all of these now integrated marketing partners where it's not just one avenue, it's a network of marketing
Mhm.
systems that flows
Yeah.
back to you. So just a couple more slides. So remember, you can make integrated marketing your number one focus in marketing your business and then build on your systems or infrastructure slowly over time. Because it doesn't happen overnight, right, Mubarak?
No.
It's something
No.
that we've been working on. We know it takes time, but when you find the right integrated marketing partners, that's where the acceleration happens, right?
Mm.
So before we end this podcast episode, we want you to set a goal, right? Set a goal, and the goal is how many integration marketing partners will you reach out to in a day? Potential, right? Because maybe out of the five that you reach out to, maybe one, will become one. Or maybe two is your goal to reach out to. And then, maybe out of the 10 that you reach out to in a week, maybe one becomes an integrated marketing partner. So
Yeah.
set a goal. And now that we're doing this, um, uh, training again, like, wait a minute, I don't think that we've been focusing on that goal. So we probably should set a goal as well. So that will be a good.
Yeah.
So on the next episode, we're going to talk about how do you ensure that the integration marketing partners that you have are going to be ROI positive. And we will discuss how to find those opportunities and then assess them with predictive math. Math has been showing up in our world lately, right, Mubarak?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, numbers don't lie. So that's
No.
why the next episode is going to be good
Yeah.
because you can we can talk all day about all the opportunities out there, but how do you determine whether something's going to be ROI positive for your business, right? So that's
Definitely.
always
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Did you have any additional comments on this particular episode?
The only comment, as always, we have done our job to give you the best information, right? You can go Google about it, reach out to, check out even how the creator himself, Mark Joyner himself, how he's using it, right?
Yeah.
Go check him out and see how he's using this. I don't even if on a 24/7 is does it service.
24/7.
Yeah, 24/7 or 7/24. Come on. Yeah. Go implement
Good.
it. Go implement this, and then come report to us how did you what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, or if you have any questions about how to implement it, that will be a good one too, right?
Yeah.
Because this is a new concept. My first question when you introduced me to it is like, how do we tailor the agreements, right? The deals. How do we negotiate that, and how does that look like? So things like that we don't really think about yet, when
Mm.
we're exposed to a new concept. So any questions that you have about anything that we've discussed so far, I mean, we are in episode 12 and we've talked about a lot of things. Um, so any questions at all about this particular one or the previous ones, definitely reach out to us, and we'll be there to
Yes.
answer you. So
Awesome.
this has been Organic Reach X.
We show you how to go with the flow organically in your business.
See you next time.